In this segment, we promised you an angel, and she is here in studio with us. Gina Russo is the Executive Director of Corporate Angel Network. Welcome to the show.
Thank
so
you so
happy to
much.
have you.
Minda, I appreciate you having me here today. I'm honored to be a part of your show.
I cannot believe that this was founded by 3 people whose lives were impacted by cancer. And now you said, how many people are you serving now each year?
So we've done over 54,000 flights since our founding 36 years ago. We were founded in 1981. And we are so proud of that number. It really is due to the generosity of business aviation and cancer centers and various caregivers and those who benefited from our service getting the word out.
So how does the Corporate Angel Network work?
So it's a very simple process. Any cancer patient who needs to travel for care can call us up and let us know that they need assistance with their air travel. We take the dates of the individual who needs to travel and we look at flight availability that we have from our corporate participants and we do a matching process. We have support from both commercial airlines, we have fractional companies that support us, and we have half of the Fortune 100.
Wow, and I understand they donate these flights, that it's free to you and then free to the cancer patients.
Absolutely. Everything that we provide to our cancer patients is free of charge. We are able to coordinate using empty seats on jets. So at times jets are flying all over the sky and they may be able to sit up to 15 people, but only 5 of those seats are being used. So these companies generously let us know that there's 10 seats available and do we have a cancer patient that's in need of travel, going the route that they have planned. And that's where that perfect matching comes up. So for example, if somebody's living in Oklahoma and they're diagnosed with cancer, any type of cancer, and they need treatment in New York or San Diego or Houston or Rochester, Minnesota, they might not know how they're going to get there. They can give us a call, let us know when they need to go, and we can see if we have a seat available.
Wow. And so this is a life-saving opportunity for these people.
Absolutely. It's a life-saving opportunity.
So how do they hear about you? I mean, you don't really advertise, so how do people find out about you?
Right. So we don't advertise the way some other cancer organizations do, but we do have a network of people who believe in our mission and get the word out. We work with hospitals, both community hospitals as well as national cancer institutes, to make sure that patients who need to travel know about this service. We work with other patient advocacy groups like the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, Hope Lodge, various other American Cancer Society, Stupid Cancer, a variety of groups that serve cancer patients with a variety of their needs. We also work closely with our corporations. Some of our corporations will actually reach out to their employees or to their business contacts and let them know about the service. So we really have a network getting the word out, but we're always looking for more opportunity to share what we do.
So how did you start working for them? What brought you to the corp?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking. So I worked for another cancer advocacy organization for over a decade, and I was in charge of all disease and treatment information, as well as helping people make treatment choices. And what I found is that often the best treatment option wasn't close to home. Clinical trials are often a very good treatment choice for cancer patients at any stage of their disease. So not just relapse refractory, they're not a last resort. Many newly diagnosed patients would benefit from a clinical trial. But getting to the centers where that trial is often a challenge, and often people have to go more than once. So many families sit down and think about the challenges of travel and the expense, honestly, of needing to go to another city several times, and they might not choose that trial as a result. And so access was really concerning for me. I was aware of Corporate Angel Network while I was in my last role. I referred to Corporate Angel Network regularly and was very impressed by their process. What I loved, I should say now our process.
Yeah.
What I loved about it is it's for all cancers, so it's not just a certain subtype. It's for anybody regardless of their financial status. So we don't say that we will or will not help somebody based on what their W-2 says. It's not based on insurance status, which is also very important. And what I love about it is we can fly patients as many times as they need to go.
Wow.
So this is not a one-time assistance. For pediatric patients, for children, 2 adult caregivers can go with them. And that's very unique because many organizations are only able to help the actual patient. So the fact that we're allowed to help the patient as well as their parents or grandparents or aunt, whoever the two adult caregivers are, travel with this patient is very important. And for adult patients, they're allowed a caregiver also. So if you're making a decision about whether to have surgery, whether to try a new medication, whether to be treated at home, or whether to travel regularly, you need another set of ears. You need someone there for support. And some of our patients need just assistance and guidance in navigating the travel itself. So I was really impressed by the model, and when I had the opportunity to join the team, I did.
So I find that people, when they're sick, don't always hear what's being told to them. And can you give us a story maybe about one of the patients that you've encountered that could sort of highlight some of the points that you just made?
Absolutely. So we recently served a family who had a young child with Burkitt's lymphoma. And Burkitt's lymphoma is a rare lymphoma. At first, this individual was treated locally, and the doctors had a good sense of what they would do initially, but were very clear with mom and dad that if the first treatment didn't work, it would be ideal for this patient to travel elsewhere to New York. Mom and dad were optimistic the first treatment protocol would work. The little boy went through the process, and unfortunately the disease did not go away. When it was time to make another decision, they were really at a crossroads. They didn't know how they were going to get to treatment for their son and how they would get him home, because the treatment he would need would suppress his immune system, and he would not be able to travel in the way many of us do, where we're exposed to the public. Even though they were told about various resources, they really couldn't hear them. They couldn't really make use of what they needed to do or what the process would look like. And it was only when they went on a support group that happened to be online that someone mentioned Corporate Angel Network to them as a resource. They cross-referenced us with the sheet that the hospital gave and saw that we were a reputable service, and they called. And we were very fortunate that we were able to help find this family a flight right away and get this young boy to care. Several months later, when his disease was in remission, we were able to fly him home. So it was a huge success.
What a joyful experience.
It was a great moment, and it was really exciting, and it was an example of how people don't always hear the disease and treatment information, because for many it's a whole different language, but they also can't always manage all the resources that are out there. So the fact that we came up twice as a reputable resource, and then our process was easy and we were able to help this family quickly, I think speaks to the level of patient services we provide.
I know a story about a man who was in Texas, and he needed to come to City of Hope, LA, for a particular cancer treatment. And he did not have an immune system. You know that means they can't travel by plane, they can't travel by car, they can't even get on a train. And we wanted to bring him here today to say thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Minda. It's an honor to be here. I'm speechless. If it wasn't for Corporate Angels, I wouldn't be here today. I had 48 hours to get from Houston, Texas, from MD Anderson to the City of Hope, where I received a transplant, a stem cell transplant. And because of your organization, I was able to get there and get the transplant. It was too far for us to drive. I was way too sick, and I couldn't get on a commercial flight because I had no immune system. And your organization accommodated me and my family, and I'm here today to talk about it. And I can't thank you and your organization enough for everything that you've done.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
so
letting us be a
much.
part of your team. It takes a team.
You have no idea how much of part of my team you are.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
telling me how you did. It means so much to hear these successes.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate everything you've done.
Great. Thank
I'm
you.
Debbie. I'm
Debbie.
My
Joe's
sister.
sister.
Oh, such a
Thank
pleasure.
you
Thank you
so
so much.
much.
Thank you. Thank you for taking
thank
good
you
care of
enough.
him. Thank you so much. I'm honored. I'm honored.
The Corporate Angel Network,
No, I'm just getting a little emotional. Very touching.
Of course, the Corporate Angel Network is an important part of many people's lives. They've saved many lives as a result of the services they offer. It's just such a pleasure to have you here today, and we appreciate everything you do. And if people want to contact Corporate Angels, the URL is on the screen. And is there any other thing you'd like to say before we say goodbye?
No, we're happy to help however we can. And please reach out to us, whether it's through our website or our phone number or whatever works best for you, and let us try to be a part of your team.
Remember, if you're a cancer patient or if you have a jet that you'd like to contribute to the network, you can contact the Corporate Angel Network. Thank you.